Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the PlainTalk English Podcast. This is the place where we help you speak English easily, naturally, and confidently in your daily life. My name is Daniel.
And I'm Anna. We're so happy you're here with us today for this very special extended episode. If you have ever felt nervous about asking someone to do something, or if you've struggled to find the right words to organize an event, then you are in exactly the right place.
That's right, Anna. Making plans is a fundamental part of communication. We do it every single day, often without even thinking about it. But when you're doing it in a second language, you need the right tools. It's about more than just words. It's about confidence and connection.
Exactly. Whether you're arranging a coffee with a new friend, scheduling a critical business meeting, or planning a surprise party for a family member, knowing how to do it smoothly can make all the difference. Your English will sound more authentic, and you'll feel much more comfortable in social and professional situations.
So today, we're going to take a deep dive into the art of making plans in English. We're going to expand on our previous discussion and give you a complete, detailed guide. We'll cover everything from the most basic questions to handling complex negotiations and last-minute changes.
We'll break it all down, step by step, with tons of examples, dialogues, and practice opportunities. By the end of this episode, you'll have a full toolbox of phrases and strategies to make plans like a native speaker. So grab a notebook, get comfortable, and let's get started. All right, Daniel, let's start at the very beginning. Let's imagine a listener wants to ask a friend to do something, but they feel a bit hesitant. What is the simplest, most direct way to start that conversation?
The easiest and most common phrase, which you'll hear everywhere, is, "Do you want to?" It's casual, friendly, and gets straight to the point. You can't go wrong with it in most informal situations.
Let's give our listeners some solid examples.
For a casual activity, do you want to grab a coffee sometime this week? For a specific event, do you want to go to the cinema on Friday night? There's a new movie I'm dying to see. For a shared task, do you want to study together for the history exam? For a simple hangout, do you want to come over and watch a show tonight?
That's very easy and very natural. Now, what if the situation is a little more formal? Perhaps you're talking to a new acquaintance, a colleague, or an older person.
In that case, you can make it a little more polite by using "would you like to?" This phrase elevates the tone slightly. It's softer and shows a little more deference to the other person.
It's a great choice for when you want to be extra respectful. For example, inviting a colleague. Would you like to join us for dinner after the conference? A gentle invitation. Would you like to go for a walk in the park this afternoon? The weather is beautiful. A more formal offer. Would you like to attend the charity gala with me next month?
Exactly. Think of it this way. Do you want to is like wearing jeans and a t-shirt. Would you like to is like wearing a nice shirt or blouse. Both are great, but you choose them for different occasions.
I love that analogy. And there's a third very common phrase our listeners should know. Are you up for? This one is fantastic for suggesting something that sounds like fun or a bit of an adventure.
Yes, "are you up for?" implies a sense of energy and enthusiasm. It's like asking, do you have the energy or interest for this activity? For something active, "are you up for a hike this weekend?" For a challenge, "we're trying to form a team for the trivia night at the pub. Are you up for it?" For something spontaneous, "I'm about to go get ice cream. Are you up for joining me?"
So, to summarize part 1, do you want to? Casual and direct. Would you like to? Polite and more formal. Are you up for? Enthusiastic and informal. Master these 3 and you've got a powerful start for any plan. Okay, so asking a question is one way to start. But what if you have a specific idea in mind and you want to propose it confidently?
Great question. This is about moving from asking to suggesting. The number one phrase here is without a doubt, let's. It's a call to action. It's inclusive and assumes the other person will likely agree.
It feels very collaborative, doesn't it?
Exactly. It's not "you should" or "I want," it's "we should." For a decision, the movie starts at 7 or 9. Let's watch the 9 p.m. one. For a location, let's go out for dinner at that new Italian place. For a time, let's meet at 5 p.m. outside the library.
Simple, effective, and very common.
Another incredibly useful phrase for suggesting is how about, or its close cousin, what about. These are fantastic for gently offering an idea.
Yes, they are, and it's crucial to get the grammar right here. After how about or what about, we almost always use the verb plus ing form, also known as the gerund.
Let's break that down with examples. You say, how about going to the park, not how about go. You say, what about ordering a pizza instead of cooking, not what about order is. You can also use a noun. How about a game of tennis? Or what about sushi for lunch?
This is a very common mistake for learners. Remember, how about plus ing. It turns the action into a concept or an idea you are suggesting.
Let's introduce a couple more alternatives for suggesting. For instance, you could use we could. This is a very soft and flexible suggestion.
I use this one all the time. We could leaves a lot of room for the other person to disagree without feeling awkward. It's not a strong suggestion, just an option being put on the table. We could see a movie, or if you're tired, we could just get some food. We could try to get tickets for the concert, but they might be expensive.
And for a slightly more British or formal feel, there's shall we.
Yes, shall we is a classic. It functions like a question form of let's. It's polite, elegant, and very useful in both social and business contexts. In a restaurant, shall we get the bill? Starting a meeting, everyone is here. Shall we begin? Making a plan, shall we go for a walk along the river?
So many great options. Let's, strong collaborative suggestion. How about / what about, gentle suggestion. We could, soft, flexible option. Shall we, polite, formal question. Making plans is not just about the what, it's equally, if not more, about the when. Time is a critical element.
Absolutely. And the third step is often checking if the person is even available. The simplest way to do this is with the question, are you free?
It's the perfect opener. It's polite and direct. Let's give some examples with different time frames. Immediate future, are you free tonight? Or are you free this afternoon? Near future, are you free tomorrow? Or are you free on Sunday? Further future, are you free this weekend? Or are you free sometime next week?
You can also make this question more open-ended. For example, when are you free? Or what time works for you? These are great follow-up questions after someone has agreed to a plan, but you haven't set a time.
Let's talk about more phrases for checking availability, especially in a professional context. You might need something a little more formal than, are you free?
In a business setting, you could ask, what does your schedule look like for next week? Or, do you have any availability on Tuesday? Could you let me know when might be a good time to meet? Do you have a window of time on Wednesday afternoon?
Those are excellent. They sound professional and respectful of the other person's time. Now let's talk about proposing a specific time.
Once you know they're generally free, you can suggest a time. You can do this as a statement or a question. As a question, does 7 p.m. work for you? Or is 3 p.m. okay? As a statement with a question tag, let's meet at noon, shall we? Using how about we meet around 1 p.m.?
The phrase works for you is so useful. It's a natural and common way to ask if a time is convenient. Does Saturday morning work for you? Is a perfect sentence.
And what if you are the one responding? You need vocabulary to talk about your own availability. If you are free, yes, I'm free all day. Or I'm available after 2 p.m. Or Saturday morning works for me. If you are busy, I'm a bit tied up in the morning, but my afternoon is open. Or I'm booked solid on Monday.
Tied up and booked solid are fantastic idioms. They make you sound very natural. Sorry, I can't meet then. I'm completely booked solid.
Exactly. Mastering these time-related phrases is key to making your plans concrete and clear.
Okay, so someone has invited you to do something wonderful. You're happy and you want to join. How do you say yes without just saying yes?
This is the fun part. Showing enthusiasm when you accept is a great way to make the other person feel good about asking. There are so many better options than a simple yes.
Let's start with some simple, positive, and friendly responses.
Deaden. Sounds good. Sounds great. That sounds lovely. That's a great idea. These are all-purpose, fantastic replies.
I especially love the phrase, I'd love to. It's so warm and friendly. It's short for I would love to, and it expresses genuine excitement.
Let's hear it in a quick dialogue.
Would you like to join us for a barbecue on Saturday?
I'd love to. What time should I come? See, it's perfect. It's enthusiastic and polite.
What about some more casual, modern, or slangy ways to accept for talking with close friends?
Absolutely. With close friends, you can be much more informal. I'm in. This is very common, like saying, I will participate. Count me in. Similar to I'm in. I'm so down for that. Or just, I'm down. This is modern slang, meaning you are very willing and excited to do something. For sure. A very common casual way of saying definitely.
Let's practice that. If I say, hey, do you want to go camping next weekend?
A young native speaker might reply, oh, for sure, I'm so down for that. It shows a high level of enthusiasm.
And after you accept, it's a good habit to ask a follow-up question to help finalize the details.
That's a great point. It shows you're engaged in the plan. Sounds great. Where should we meet? I'd love to. What should I bring? I'm in. Is there anything I can do to help?
So when accepting, remember to match your level of formality and show some excitement. It makes planning a much more positive experience for everyone involved.
This is perhaps the most important skill we'll discuss today, Anna. Saying no can be very difficult, especially in another culture. You don't want to seem rude or ungrateful.
Absolutely. The number one rule is never just say no. It's too direct and can sound very harsh in English. You always want to soften the refusal.
The most effective way to do this is the sandwich technique. You start with something positive, then give the refusal and a brief reason, and end with something positive.
Let's break that down. Step 1, positive or appreciation. That sounds amazing. Or, thank you so much for asking me. Step 2, the but and refusal, but unfortunately I can't, or but I already have plans. Step 3, the reason, optional but good, I have to work, or I'm visiting my parents this weekend. Step 4, positive closing, I hope you have a great time, or maybe next time.
Let's put it all together in one smooth sentence. Imagine your friend asks, do you want to go hiking tomorrow? A polite refusal, oh, that sounds like so much fun, but I'd love to, but I have to work all day tomorrow. Hopefully we can go another time.
That's perfect. It's polite, appreciative, and leaves the door open for future plans. Let's list some other essential phrases for refusing. I'm sorry, I can't. Simple and direct, but should be followed by a reason or a positive statement. I'd love to, but I'm busy. A classic and effective phrase. That sounds nice, but I already have plans. A great way to say no without giving too many details. I'm afraid I won't be able to make it. I'm afraid is a polite softener used here. Maybe next time? This is a great phrase to add at the end to show you are still interested in spending time with the person.
Here's another scenario. A colleague invites you for drinks after work, but you're too tired. Colleague, a few of us are going for drinks after work. Would you like to join? You, thanks so much for the invitation, but I think I'm going to have to pass this time. I've had a really long week. Have a great time though.
Notice the phrase, I think I'm going to have to pass. It's a very common and polite way to say no in both social and business contexts. The key is always to be gracious and appreciative, even when you're saying no.
All right, we've learned a lot of individual phrases. Now let's see how they flow together in a natural, extended conversation.
Let's do it. Our first situation. Two friends, Maria and Ben, are trying to plan a weekend activity. Hey, Ben, how's it going?
Hey, Maria. I'm good, thanks. Just enjoying this quiet week. You?
I'm great. Hey, I was just thinking, the weather forecast for this weekend looks amazing. Are you free at all?
I think so. I don't have any major plans. Why? What did you have in mind?
Well, I was thinking, how about going to the beach? We haven't been in ages.
That sounds great. I'd love to. I could really use some sun. Which day works better for you, Saturday or Sunday?
I'm easy. Maybe Saturday. We can make a whole day of it.
Saturday morning works perfectly for me. What about the timing? Are you thinking of an early start to beat the traffic?
That's a smart idea. How about we aim to leave around 9 a.m.?
9 a.m. is perfect. Cool, so let's meet at the usual spot, at the main bus station?
Sounds good. I can pack some sandwiches and drinks. Maybe you could bring a frisbee or a ball.
For sure. I've got a new frisbee we can try out. This is going to be awesome. I'm excited.
Me too. Okay, so plan is set. Saturday, 9 a.m., bus station. I'll text you on Friday just to confirm.
Perfect. See you then.
I love that dialogue. It shows the whole process. The initial check for availability, the suggestion, negotiating the time, and confirming the final details.
And notice the mix of phrases. Are you free? How about going? That sounds great. Works perfectly for me. And let's meet. It's a beautiful combination of everything we've talked about.
Now let's shift gears. Making plans at work is a different ballgame. The language needs to be more formal and precise.
Absolutely. While you might ask a friend, do you want to meet? At work, it's better to use more structured language. For example, can we schedule a meeting to discuss the project budget? I'd like to arrange a call to go over the quarterly report. Are you available sometime tomorrow to sync up?
Schedule, arrange, and sync up are great professional verbs. What about checking availability in a formal email?
In an email, clarity is key. You might write, Dear Name, following up on our conversation, I would like to schedule a 30-minute call. My availability is flexible, but I can suggest Tuesday at 10 a.m. or Wednesday at 2 p.m. Please let me know if either of these times works for you. Or, are you available for a brief meeting next week? If so, could you please offer a few time slots that you are free?
Offering specific time slots is very helpful. Another key phrase is, does time work for you? It's a standard and polite way to propose a time in a professional context.
Let's demonstrate with a quick work-related dialogue. Imagine a manager, Sarah, needs to schedule a performance review with her team member, Tom.
Hi, Tom. Do you have a moment?
Of course, Sarah. What's up?
It's that time of year again. I need to schedule your performance review meeting. Are you available sometime early next week?
Yes, my schedule is relatively open next week, especially in the afternoons.
Great. In that case, does Tuesday at 3 p.m. work for you? We'll need about 45 minutes.
Let me just check my calendar. I actually have another client call scheduled for 3 p.m. on Tuesday. I'm sorry about that. Would it be possible to do it a bit later, perhaps around 4 p.m.? Or any time on Wednesday afternoon would also work for me.
No problem at all. Let's do Wednesday then. How about 2:30 p.m. on Wednesday?
Yes, that works perfectly. Thank you.
Excellent. I'll send you a calendar invitation with the details and a brief agenda shortly.
Sounds good. I'll look out for it. See how professional that was? Tom politely declined the first time, explained why briefly, and offered an alternative. Sarah was flexible and confirmed the new time.
And the phrase, I'll send you a calendar invitation, is the modern way of finalizing a professional plan. It makes everything official.
This is another tricky but essential skill. Sometimes, despite our best intentions, plans have to change.
The key here, just like with refusing, is to be polite, apologetic, and proactive. First, let's talk about rescheduling, which means moving the plan to a new time.
A great opening phrase is, I'm so sorry, but something has come up. Something came up is a polite, vague way of saying an unexpected event occurred. You don't need to give all the details. I'm so sorry, but something urgent has come up. Can we reschedule our meeting? I'm afraid I have to postpone our lunch tomorrow. Would you be free next week?
Reschedule and postpone are excellent verbs to use. What if you just need to adjust the time slightly?
You can be specific. I'm running a little late. Would it be okay if we met at 7:30 instead of 7? I have to take a call at 2 p.m. Can we push our meeting back to 2:30?
Push back means to move to a later time. Now, for the harder one, canceling completely.
If you have to cancel, it's best to be direct but very apologetic. I'm terribly sorry, but I need to cancel our plans for tonight. I feel awful about this, but I'm not going to be able to make it to the party on Saturday.
The most important part of canceling is to let the person know as soon as you can. Don't wait until the last minute if you can avoid it. Let's do a quick example. Anna needs to cancel dinner with Daniel. Hi, Daniel. I'm so sorry to do this, but I'm afraid I have to cancel our dinner tonight. I've come down with a really bad cold and I'm not feeling well at all.
Oh no, don't worry about it at all. Your health comes first. Thanks for letting me know. We can definitely reschedule for when you're feeling better.
Thanks for understanding. I'll text you in a few days.
See, being honest and apologetic makes all the difference. And my response showed understanding, which is crucial.
Let's spend some time on the common mistakes we hear learners make. Fixing these will make your English sound much more polished.
Great idea. Mistake 1. The question form. Learners often say, we go tomorrow? The correct way is to use an auxiliary verb. Shall we go tomorrow? Or do you want to go tomorrow? Mistake 2 is missing the verb to be. This is very common. You free? Always remember the verb. Are you free? Mistake 3. The to after let's. Let's to go. After let's, we always use the base form of the verb with no to. Let's go. Let's eat. Mistake 4. Prepositions of time. This is a big one. Let's meet in Saturday. It should be let's meet on Saturday. We use on for days of the week. I am free on next week. We don't use a preposition with next. It should be I am free next week. Mistake 5. The verb after how about. As we said earlier, but it's worth repeating, how about watch a movie? It needs the ing form. How about watching a movie?
Reviewing these common errors is so helpful. Just by fixing these 5 things, a learner's ability to make plans will sound 10 times more natural. Okay, now it's your turn to actively practice. We're going to give you a situation and we want you to say the response out loud. Pause the podcast if you need a moment to think.
Ready? Let's go. Question 1. I'm your friend. I ask you, are you free this weekend? If you are free, what do you say? Speak now.
You could have said, yes, I'm free, or I think so. Why?
Now, if you are busy, what do you say? Speak now.
You could have said, I'm sorry, I'm busy this weekend, or unfortunately, I already have plans.
Question 2. You want to invite your colleague to get lunch. Suggest it in a casual but polite way. Speak now.
Great options would be, do you want to grab lunch? Or are you free for lunch today?
Question 3. Your friend suggests going to a very expensive restaurant, but you're trying to save money. Politely refuse and suggest an alternative. Speak now.
A fantastic answer would be something like, that's a great idea, but it's a bit out of my budget right now. How about we try that new noodle place instead? I've heard it's delicious.
Question 4. You have agreed to meet a friend. Now you need to ask about the time and place. What 2 questions would you ask? Speak now.
You could ask, great, what time should we meet? And where should we meet?
Excellent practice, everyone. The more you say these phrases out loud, the more naturally they will come to you in a real conversation.
Okay, now let's do one more real-life scenario, but a bit more complex. 2 colleagues, Alex and Chloe, are trying to plan lunch, but they have different dietary needs.
Hey Chloe, I'm getting hungry. Are you free to grab lunch in about half an hour?
Hi, Alex. Yes, I am. I'd love to. Where are you thinking of going?
I was thinking of that new burger place down the street. I've been wanting to try it.
Ah, okay. I'd be up for that, but to be honest, I'm a vegetarian and I'm not sure they'd have many options for me there.
Oh, of course. I completely forgot. I'm so sorry. Okay, no problem. Scrap the burger idea. We need a place with good veggie options.
Thanks for understanding. How about that Mediterranean place next to the park? They have amazing salads and falafel.
That's a brilliant idea. I love their food. It's settled then. The Mediterranean place it is. Does 1 p.m. work for you?
1 p.m. works perfectly.
Great. Let's meet at the entrance.
This is a perfect example of negotiation and planning. Alex suggested something, Chloe politely pointed out a problem, and they collaborated to find a solution that worked for both of them. This happens all the time.
Wow, we have covered a massive amount of information today. Let's do a quick high-level review of the most essential phrases.
To start a plan, ask, do you want to casual, would you like to, polite, or are you up for, enthusiastic.
To check availability, use are you free or what does your schedule look like?
To suggest an idea, say let's, direct. How about VING, suggestion, or we could, option.
To accept a plan enthusiastically, say I'd love to, sounds great, or count me in.
To refuse politely, use the sandwich method. That sounds lovely, but I'm afraid I can't.
To change a plan, be apologetic. I'm so sorry, but can we reschedule?
In a professional setting, use formal language. I'd like to schedule a meeting. And does 3 p.m. work for you?
Making plans in English is a skill, and like any skill, it gets better with practice. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Just keep these key phrases in mind and always try to be clear, polite, and flexible.
And that brings us to the end of our extended episode on making plans. Your homework for this week is to put this into action.
We have 2 challenges for you. First, send a text message or an email to an English-speaking friend and make a simple, casual plan. Use phrases like, are you free and how about?
And for a bigger challenge, try to write a professional email to a fictional colleague to schedule a meeting, offer 2 different time slots, and use the formal language we discussed.
Practice every day, even in small ways, and your confidence will skyrocket. You'll find yourself organizing, connecting, and communicating more effectively than ever before.
Thank you so much for joining us for this extended episode with the PlainTalk English Podcast. For a full transcript of this episode and extra exercises, be sure to visit our website at plaintalkenglish.com.
We hope you feel much more prepared to make plans in any situation. We'll see you in the next episode.
Goodbye.